It's story time with Lady Eight Eyes. While the tales I weave aren't always scary, I assure you that I am. So sit down, listen up, and keep your hands off the skip button, or else. Good evening. Is it just me? Or have any of you noticed just how many scraggly-looking stray cats are on the streets these days? Never mind the ones being killed in shelters. Well, I have a solution. There's a hungry spider lady who lives in that mansion on the hill. You can just put them in the gate, and I will give them a loving, caring home. Okay, but on a serious note, I have this delightfully not creepy at all essay for you on just how we can solve the unwanted cat problem. You'll find it's the perfect solution. A modest proposal for preventing cats, both domestic and feral, in the United States of America from being a burden on the citizens or government, and for the making of them beneficial to the public. By Cameo Anderson, 2023. It is a sore point for the animal-loving citizen to see the streets and alleys of our great nation so saturated with miserable-looking female cats, usually pregnant with 3 to 7 kittens. They sometimes have goop in their eyes, patches of fur missing, and are either skeletal or bloated from parasites. They can be seen rifling about in bins and canisters, desperately searching for the smallest morsel of food to support themselves and their growing broods. Cats in various stages of decomposition are a common sight along roadways, making some commutes the equivalent of sitting through a horror film. This is not pleasant, whether or not one is an animal lover. The male cats typically don't look much better, often having old infected injuries from fights, reeking of urine, and touched by any number of diseases due to poor diet and lack of veterinary care. On top of being unhealthy, they are also quite ugly, which significantly devalues our parks, storefronts, and tourist attractions where one might want to go to enjoy themselves, only to have their good time spoiled by a nasty, stinky, ill-tempered cat. Add to this observation the fact that for every 1 cat a person sees, there are 99 that are not seen, and visible or not, the outdoor cat is rarely confined to the property of their owner. Instead, they go about freely leaving feces in gardens and peeing on porches and shrubbery, fighting and mating, both of those things being quite noisy activities, and generally destroying landscaping. You may also find a kitten or 6 in your garage, or even in the back seat of your car if you happen to leave the window down at the wrong time. Now, numbering over 100 million in the United States, cats kill approximately 2.4 billion birds each year. In most cases, this is not a useful behavior. In fact, replacing a beautiful songbird with a mangy, ill-cared-for feline is quite the aesthetic downgrade. For every cat outdoors, there is a human who is responsible. Sometimes this is certainly accidental, but often it is intentional. Cats become inconvenient when a person has to consider them in the search for a new place to live. Busy humans regularly discard pets after having a baby because it's quite a taxing burden for the average pet-owning American family. There are expenses involved in the care of domestic cats as well: food, litter boxes, and vet care, toys, and treats. Getting a spay or neuter when the cat becomes of age also costs time and money that most cat-owning families are simply not interested in covering. Humans find themselves in possession of unwanted cats may often be forced to abandon them at shelters in the dark of the night, or, in the cases of someone who really doesn't want to be caught on camera, may toss them out the window of a moving vehicle or put them in bags and drown them. This is illegal, gross, and cruel. I have a far simpler solution to this problem that I will outline here. Having considered all the abuse, expense, misery, inconvenience, and possible jail time involved in the less savory ways people are using to solve the cat problem, it becomes perfectly clear that a more humane and immediate solution is necessary. Cleaning up the neighborhood of outdoor cats would involve considerable time and expense. It begs the question, how could the costs be defrayed? I humbly present the following short paragraph as an answer. An organization formed to capture and process outdoor cats could profit by selling their stunning pelts to fashion agencies. The meat could become dog food, since a great many dogs already fancy eating cats. This kind of kibble would no doubt quickly gain popularity among those already feeding boutique food brands to their pets. Cat paws could be sold the way rabbits' feet are currently, only instead of for luck, they can be sold as items to promote fertility. As we all know, cats are very fertile. Tails and preserved heads could be marketed as fashion accessories. They would work especially well on hats and purses for the ladies. This should be readily accepted, as we know most ladies have a natural fondness for felines. Why shouldn't the love extend to a pelt, tail, and paws in their fashion? This may even become a favorite way to memorialize a lost, beloved pet. There could be a whole market for memorial handbags. Furthermore, I have no doubt the accompanying kittens could be cooked into tiny delicacies at fine dining establishments frequented by the rich, who like to be on the forefront of fashion and culinary trends. Marketing cat-themed dining experiences to the rich would certainly be a fine way to finance a cat trapping operation. There would be a whole new generation of social media influencers sharing cat recipes and fashion photography. Imagine the Kardashians attending a social event in their new orange cat cloaks from an up-and-coming designer in New York City, Cruella de Vil. Or celebrity Gordon Ramsay cussing out the kitchen staff at a 4-star restaurant in LA for serving his baby back cat ribs with black barley and mushrooms just a little bit too overdone. The possibilities for money-making, marketing, and entertainment will be endless. We all know how overburdened the animal rescues are with discarded family pets and their offspring. This solution could nearly eliminate the need for rescue entirely. It might even be ideal to apply this to dogs. I submit this proposal humbly, with sincerity of heart, in that I have no personal interest in the promotion of this necessary work, having no other motive than the improvement of my country by advancing our trade, alleviating the stress of trying to rehome unwanted family pets, and the resulting financial hardships, and providing some joy to the rich. I have no cats by which I can propose to benefit from the promotion of this plan of action, as all of my cats live comfortably indoors or have a secure outdoor enclosure.